Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Breeze coming to show you with a new NBA 2K16 tip. Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you my Pro-Am team's fast break offense and how you can run a super efficient fast break offense in the Pro-Am. Now, I will be also coming out with a fast break guide for one-on-one games like MyTeam, Play Now Online. Just for when you're playing one-on-one games without 5 users on your team, because obviously, it plays out a little bit differently because your teammates will fill the lanes a little different because it's not 5 users. But this is going to be how to run the fast break very efficiently in the Pro-Am. So jumping right into it, as you guys are going to notice, there's 2 different ways we run the fast break, and there's 2 different reads we make on the fast break. We make a read on whether it's off a rebound or if it's off a steal. If it's off a rebound, then we make an extra read. So getting into whether it's off a rebound or not, if it's off a rebound, the first read we make is who gets the rebound. So if Flawless gets the rebound, which is our big man, we know he has no playmaker, and that means that he's going to be hitting RBA to throw me the ball, because what I have to do is I have to read if he gets the rebound, and if he does, I need to sit around half court area because I can't expect him to make a full court pass every time. So I'll sit around half court area, and then as soon as I get the ball, I'm looking to throw the extra pass into the paint to whoever's already up on the break. So that would either be Chaz or Wada most of the time. And as you guys are going to notice, when I receive that pass at half court, I'm immediately throwing it into the paint. There's no thinking about it. I mean, obviously, if I see someone's back, then I won't throw it, but if I see that Wada or Chaz is leading up on the break, I'm immediately throwing that pass, and I'm usually just using the A button and pointing up on the left stick. That's really one of the only times I recommend actually using the A or X button to pass. Now, as you guys are going to see right here, if I have a dude right on my butt on the break, I'm not going to want to go for a layup or dunk because he's right there. He's literally on top of me. So I pretty much call that my signature move. What I do is I run underneath the basket, and a lot of times if they're smart, they're hitting X and going for a steal, to try to strip me. But what a lot of people do is they'll also try to jump. So either way, what'll happen is they're either trying to strip or jump because they're expecting me to go for a dunk or a layup. And then what I'll do is I'll actually just swoop right out to the mid-range area and pull up for a wide open mid-range. Now, getting back to the rebounding reads for fast breaks, what my team does is if one of our small forwards gets the rebound like Wada or Chaz, we know they have maxed out playmakers, so their passing is pretty good. And what we do is we don't really worry about where I'm at. They usually just hit RB, LB, and it'll throw to whoever's furthest up on the break. Now, what RB, LB does is, now if you're on PlayStation, RB is actually R1. So RB and R1 are for the icons, so you can choose who you want to pass to. Now, RB, LB, or R1, L1 is to throw to the furthest player up the floor or to throw to the player closest to the basket on your team. So if you hit RB and then LB for your icon passing, or R1 and then L1, what's going to happen is you're going to throw to the player closest to the basket, and you don't really have to make that quick read on who's furthest up the court. So you don't need to hit RB, R1 and be like, which button's furthest up the court? Oh, that's Wada. What button is he? Oh, he's X this game, not Y. So that takes like a whole second off the fast break timer, where every second is crucial. Fast breaks should be maybe 2, 3, 4 seconds max. So it saves you a lot of time, and it makes the fast break a lot more efficient when you just hit RB, LB, and you just throw immediately to the furthest player up the floor. Now, if you're the player who's leaking out on the break on your team, once you get inside the three-point line, I highly recommend to stop sprinting if you're the furthest player up the court. If you're sprinting, once you get inside the three-point line, if you're leaking out, stop sprinting. And what'll happen is when they actually throw the pass to you, the game's not going to be trying to lead it as far, so it'll keep it in bounds and you don't have to worry about an overthrow. Now, when we get a steal, same thing. We're usually hitting RB, LB no matter what, because usually Flawless isn't getting the steal. And we're just hitting RB, LB, and we're just throwing to whoever's furthest up on the break. Now, if you're on your team and you're not much of a rebounder, you're more of a shooting guard, you're always on the perimeter, not really crashing the boards, you should be the player leaking out. On our team, Wado and Chaz are both always crashing the boards, but it's whichever one of them's closest to the basket. So if the shot goes up and say Chaz is already on the three-point line but Wado's in the paint, Wado's going for the board and Chaz is already leaking out. So you should always have at least one player dedicated to leaking out, and then another player dedicated to usually sitting around the half-court line waiting for the pass, so that way he can make that extra pass into the paint. Once you're on the break, guys, say you're the point guard, say you're up on the break, it's all about making quick reads. Another thing you guys are going to make sure you want to do is make the right read on whether to throw an oop or a regular pass. So if you're up on the break, you got the ball, you're on the left side of the court, you got your boy trailing on the right, you want to look at how many defenders are back. Now, if there's like multiple defenders back, they're filling the lanes, there's a player between the man you want to throw the oop to and the basket, do not throw the oop. If anything, if you don't have confidence in them tipping down the pass like they're user players and you don't have confidence in them tipping it down, just throw a regular pass in there. And a lot of times your guy will just throw a really fast bullet pass because it's on the break. A lot of times they throw really quick passes. He'll chuck it into the paint, and a lot of times you'll get an easy bucket. Now, if you see one guy back, he's playing perfectly in the middle of the paint. He's looking for you to throw that oop. If anything, either just stop, pull up for the mid-range, bait him into thinking you're going to take the layup and then pass it over to your boy, or bait him into think you're taking the layup and then throw the oops. So always be creative. Always keep your opponents guessing and never be predictable on the break, and you'll have a very successful fast break offense. So it's all about making your reads, guys, and just knowing which players are leaking to where and which players are filling what lanes. A lot of the times we usually only have 1 to 2 players going in the paint max, and everyone else is either going to be trailing, spotting up on the three-point line. So with that being said, guys, this has been your boy Breeze. I'm signing out. This is my fast break guide. I hope you guys liked it. If it helps you guys out, leave a like on the video and subscribe for a lot more fire content. Lots of tips to come, lots of more videos to come. This has been your boy Breeze. I'm signing out. Peace.